Chaos Lords have come for Orthanc, ready to defeat the White Wizard and push his evil influence from these lands. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Tales of the Age of Men. In the brand new Patreon update, they have recently implemented the Orthanc siege scene, which looks absolutely incredible, and I'm so excited for them to go down this path. There's a couple Gondorian settlements. They've done Cal Andros now, as well as another Gondorian town with Peligir being developed as well. And as you guys can see, there is just so much being added constantly to this mod. It's really impressive, and they're gearing up for their next big public release. As you guys can see, we have a lot of settlements over here in the east now for the Eastlings that have now been implemented. Dale has found its way onto the campaign map, which really helps to fill out a lot of the area up here in the north. And we also have Gundabad, which are still very much a work in progress, but are definitely getting there. And again, look really, really cool with Gundabad fortresses, but they're the most recent work in progress thing. So yeah, what I thought we'd do today is we'd go and set Orthanc under siege and basically just have a little siege battle on the map because it looks glorious. And here we are on the battle map. This is Orthanc and it looks absolutely incredible. I mean, we'll take a proper look at it after this siege battle. I want to see if the men of Rohan are strong enough to repel them, but we'll take a little pause right now as Theoden prepares his forces. For some reason, it spawned me in with like hardly any soldiers as well, so good luck to us. I think this will be a bit of a slaughter. We have also managed to breach the walls. That Numenorian stone has now no longer stood firm, and we have managed to break through it. Was it Numenorian stone in Orthanc? I imagine it was something very, very sturdy. And as you guys can see, the Uruk-hai look absolutely awesome upon this. But yeah, the map itself, as you guys can see, you have 2 siege points. You have one little ramp up here, which looks pretty cool because, yeah, the siege towers are going to have a much easier time making their way up. We also, of course, have the gate itself looking very, very imposing. I wonder if they have to make the gate the same size as like regular Bannerlord in this, and they've kind of created the other aesthetic around it to make it look more impressive. They've done a good job there. And obviously, as you make your way further into Orthanc, you have a whole wealth of the pits and the the actual orc camps of labor and cages and other things, which look really cool. First things first, though, let's see if our men of Rohan are going to be able to clear this off, because it doesn't seem like the Uruk-hai really have like a ton of defenses up there. Like the walls are pretty deep and it protects a large portion of their body, especially when you're shooting upwards. But I think for the most part, especially the ones up here, are going to be a little bit vulnerable to our Rohirrim archers. And I think also like leading a cavalry force forward would not be too bad. We also have our trebuchet. I think, again, one thing that they need to continue to add to these maps is obviously something they haven't really touched is the like kind of the war camps out here, you know, the actual resemblance of a siege camp out here to kind of fill in a lot of this empty terrain. But again, at this beginning point, it's not really that needed. And yeah, more stuff like more broken down siege engines. I think Realm of Thrones and the Dance of Dragons mods do great stuff with this, but keep in mind, you know, this is work in progress. This is their first proper actual map that they've implemented in for testing and stuff, so I'm sure stuff like that will see its improvement. Also, we get another little glimpse of the new Theoden armor as well, which looks great, and this shield hopefully will never break to a Witch King as our volleys continue to rain down, as we whittle down the enemy numbers, as our siege towers and other things continue to get hit. Our brave warriors go down, and yeah, we continue to push up as we have a Gondorian soldier in our line, but get that battering ram up and let's smash down that gate. See a large portion of the Uruk-hai forces here, a lot of spearmen set up here, a lot of their heavier infantry. All the artillery is coming in and doing some good damage. Yeah, I don't know. I think the fact that the AI has spawned in this many soldiers is not good, and you boys better not be routing. That's all I'm saying. You better be reforming and not routing. And yeah, our little contingent of infantry is making its way in. It's so silly that Bannerlord does give the defenders this much of an advantage. Like, I feel like it should be like 600 or something capped, you know. I guess in battle size, it might be a little bit better as the arrows come raining down on the fortification. The artillery is continuing to come in. Yeah, we have Fountain Guard in this army. I don't know who's bringing Fountain Guard to battles, but they are. They've also, in this new Patreon update as well, they've also actually implemented a new script in which prevents when settlements are taken by a force of good or force of evil, they now can no longer recruit the opposite's forces. So you won't be seeing any Uruk-hai in Gondorian armies and vice versa whenever you do have that settlement takeover, which again is little things like that which you know, are still very much work in progress and need to be implemented before you can have a real like functioning full-on campaign like you'd expect from something like Shakuho or Realm of Thrones or something else beautiful like that. As we continue to get stuck in, I mean, obviously our men are going to get slaughtered here to begin with. Well, one thing we could do, honestly, as I'm getting chased down there, hold on, let me just deal with this pesty Uruk as I'm not doing tons of damage. Stabbing seems to do a lot of damage, but yeah, slashing, I've noticed it with the dwarfs as well. It seems like maybe they're using a bit of like RBM-esque battle stuff because our weapon does seem like it's bouncing off a lot of the heavier armor. Oh my god, they are demolishing us. However, we have now just got a big bulk of archers which you can bring over here and maybe use to fire into the breach. Are we through the gate yet? We are indeed through the gate, and they are smashing through there. And the battering ram is up. Oh, sorry, the siege tower is also up here. Looking very, very good indeed. But yeah, it is a fact that the AI has only spawned me in with like a portion of my men, which is never good. Come on, boys. We need help. Theoden, your king, is under a lot of attack. Let's see if we can run away. Yeah, there we go. The archers are coming up. Keep that shield up. But boys, come on. Can someone please help me? Luckily, they're doing no damage to me again. Keep in mind, weapons, armors, and stuff like that are all very much still a work in progress. Let's also get this big bulk of archers, and let's get them into loose formation as well. Okay, good. Let's finish these guys off quickly. Hopefully, be okay. Even that stabbing seemed like it didn't really pierce the enemy line. But more reinforcements are going in now as well, which is good. And now we have the archer cover as well to help out. I mean, again, that's very scary. There's a lot of Uruks up here firing down. Oh, I love these little ramps as well. This looks so cool. It's so fitting for the Urukai. Yeah, I'm a big fan of like these actual like steadied steps right there. Really, really nice. How are we looking at the gate? I mean, we've got so few soldiers here, and the Urukai are tearing us apart. The archers are now set up, and I think we're doing a pretty good job here. With the arrow fire coming in as well, we might be able to make some progress here. It's also as well, one thing that I've noticed in these current Patreon builds as well, is it says you're doing friendly fire whenever you're hitting the Urukai or the enemy forces. Like, it's saying I'm doing friendly fire right now, which I'm obviously clearly not. Maybe Saruman definitely does have the, well, Theoden's like personality and his will under his command, and it knows that I'm about to betray the men of Rohan and brought them to a slaughter. Because I brought a lot of lords here. Some really awesome looking Gondorian armor there as well. Yeah, it looks very good. Yeah, I think the forces of Orthanc are going to be a little bit too strong. But again, it is spawning in me and more men as well as we go. And we have lost a lot of soldiers right now. But the arrows are racking up some kills. And again, we've got another big bulk of infantry. Oh, we've got a lot of archers now as well. And I think it also is showing up a lot more red as well for kills, because it thinks we're doing friendly fire or something as well. Okay. Again, more Gondorians. We actually get to see, it's kind of actually perfect. There was an alliance once stood between Rohan and Gondor. They've come to honor that alliance once more. And it's, yeah, again, I've got to give this mod such huge props. I feel like in the past couple months, they've really come such a long way. Like, keep in mind, this mod only started last December, so it's only been about nine months, and you've seen how much they've done. Obviously, that a large portion of that is down to the money from Patreon supporters, which you can obviously go support them on Patreon to get access to this build. But also as well, the mod lead as well, Hatred, has spent, you know, tens of thousands of pounds in the higher end of the 5 digits as well to get this mod to the state it's in. So it's always incredible, you know, that we get access to this. Or you can also see as well, there's a little Gundabad unit here as well. One of the orcs, one of the little goblins there. Very, very cool. As the archers continue to fire in. Yeah, I mean, I think this battle is a bit of a wash. Maybe with battle size, we could take it. If you guys want to maybe see another attempt at this at some other point, then do let me know, as I'd be more than happy to do it. But I think that's going to be enough. We've kind of seen the actual battle itself in all of its glory. And yeah, we got really, really messed up. Look at all the custom weapons as well. Oh, so nice. This adds so much to the mod. Yeah, I can't praise it enough. But yeah, let's maybe run away now as the last couple minutes of Rohan. I mean, again, Rohan aren't always going to be good in a siege, and I guess that's why we brought Gondor to a battle. But now let's jump over. Let's abandon the siege now. Jump out, and then we can play a switch over to someone else, and then let's take a look at the actual settlement itself. So here we are now in the beautiful looking settlement. I mean, it just looks incredible, right? So if we jump out, we can get a nice little glimpse of it. The wall has been repaired as well. We can see some masons still working on it. But yeah, here is Orthanc in all of its glory. I think it's looking very, very nice indeed, especially with the tower looking just as amazing as it rises up across everything. You can see the flags there. But yeah, one thing I really love is the attention to detail actually inside of the camp. There's a lot of like, yeah, these orcs just hanging out. They're just having a good time. you know. And again, there's like, you know, kind of bandit camps here from evil men, which I think looks really cool. There's like stations down here, down in the pits. You've got the slaves working hard, but like kind of doing the fires and the furnaces. And there's even a little like kind of like rallying speech here. It'd be kind of cool if like maybe Saruman was in the middle here, cutting his hand, rallying up all the Dunlingdons to go off to war. And we look at these war machines as well, and these machines of industry pouring as we go further out as well. You can also see the dam as well, running down with running water as well, making its way all the way down, which is very cool. Yeah, awesome stuff. Again, Mordecai camping, drinking their grog, their medicine. Men of Dunland. I imagine like changing these soldiers as well to Dunlingdons is a plan. I think it's probably just soldiers from the garrison, and there's probably some like vanilla troops in the garrison which have found their way in here. But yeah, it looks amazing. You can see there as well. These are probably the bandit leaders as well, having some words. Yeah, so the overall map is awesome. And as I said, I love the idea of like being able to come down into the mines as well. Is really cool. You can see the dam powering the weapons of industry. And obviously we have Orthanc all the way back here. But I don't think you can get all the way up there. Yeah, not quite, but you get a nice little glimpse of it. And you also got the trees coming down as well to be chopped. Oh, that's an awesome little detail right there. But yeah, cool. That's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I wanted to show this off because this is a real like step forward for the mod. Its first proper custom settlement, and I'm very excited to see what they do next. As I mentioned, the next work in progress settlements they're working on. Calandros is basically done now. I think. I don't think it's in this build. We can take a quick look. Maybe it is. I don't think it is though. They won't even let me in. Okay, fair enough. I am evil. Yeah, Calandros isn't in right now. I just jumped over and played as Denethor. But yeah, Calandros is done, I believe, just not fully implemented into Bannerlord right now. They're also working on generic castle for Gondor, and also the next one is going to be Pelargir. We of course have Minas Tirith as well, which is still very much a work in progress, but this map has come a long way since its original conception, and Swan is making this. He's the person who made a large portion of the campaign map, or made the campaign map, and you can see as well Gondor looking very good as well in all of its glory. As more buildings and stuff get implemented, it's going to look really good, having like multiple siege layers as well, trebuchets firing off. Yeah, it's going to hopefully look incredible once it's all done. And again, one of the other things I really love about Minas Tirith is, again, you see obviously the ruined city of Brasilia there in the distance. You see Minas Morgul off into the distance. It just adds the extra level of scale. And I'm really hoping they can do events later on down the line, like Realm of Thrones, where you can actually join the Battle of Pelennor Fields, and you ride up with Theoden to charge in. Yeah, this mod just has so much potential, and I'm so glad everybody is creating something like this, because it's so awesome to have Lord of the Rings, as we've been a bit starved of Lord of the Rings content from these many years of the game. But yeah, as I said, there's plenty of other stuff being implemented all the time. You can see Umber right down here into the south, that awesome looking custom UI. Again, Harad has had a lot more of its custom banners being made out as well. Actually, loaded in for some reason out here, but yeah, you can see some of them starting to really be made. Same with the Easterlings, and of course we now have Dale on the campaign map with Gundabad, as well as of course we have Rivendell as well right here, and a very cool little icon. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, drop a comment down below. The more likes and comments for this stuff gets, the more likely I am to do more Lord of the Rings content from this mod. As I said, it's still very much a work in progress, but I think you can have a functioning campaign right now. There's obviously still things you have to keep in mind, and obviously be aware of as you're playing, and you can also see Dogwood looking incredible right there. But yeah, again, if you want to go support them on Patreon, help support the mod, then you can do so. I'll leave a link to their Discord and their Patreon down below in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one.